You've played with great players at both Detroit and San Antonio. Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, David Robinson. And now you're playing with two more superstars, in Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Compare how Michael and Scottie go about their business.
But I look at it like this: there's no comparison period. You know, I could say years ago I didn't hate them. I despised them because of the rivalry we had. You know, if Mike came to the lane, somebody's got to knock his ass down. I did it. Bill Lambert, Mahorn. Don't matter. You know, I didn't dislike the guy. It's just the fact of the game. Scottie Pippen the same way. When I shoved him in the stands, it wasn't intentional. It was a frustration. It was more of a trying to keep the rivalry thing. But it was a mistake on my part. And I think those two guys, I've said it for 7, 8 years now, these two guys was going to be the greatest thing in basketball today, and they haven't let me down the world now. These guys are just incredible.
Do you even have more respect for these two guys now that you've been around them and see how hard they work?
I respect them because they're fighting a lot of adversity right now. A lot of people say, well, they're old, they're talented, their skills are diminishing, and things like that. No matter if their skills are diminishing or not, they're still the top two guys in this league.
You've seen your teammates play against the Magic, on the West Coast against some of the Western Conference powers, and now you've had the chance to play against the New York Knicks. How do the Bulls fit in the NBA picture?
Everyone knows Mike's going to get his 30 points. Everyone knows Scott's going to get his triple-double or whatever, and they know I'm going to do my job. But the other players have to come in sync with the fact that we need them as much as they need us.
All right, I'm going to mention some names to you, and I want you to tell me the first thing that crosses your mind. Chuck Daly.
God.
Why?
I just think that he's the type of person that lifted me off from basically nothing and guided me in the direction where, here you go, son, this is yours. Whatever you do with it will be your own.
Phil Jackson.
He wants to be, I look at Phil Jackson as trying to be a professor, a philosopher, a guidance. He wants to be ahead of everybody. He wants to be ahead of the race. And there's nothing wrong with that. He has the skill, he has the mental power, and the zen to follow up on that.
Luke Longley.
And I just wish Luke Longley would get out of Tiger. The I don't give a damn attitude when it comes to playing basketball. You know, you can be the gentle giant when you go home, make love to your wife, and when you go on the floor, you got to kick somebody's ass.
Finally, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan has a lot of pressure on and off the court. And it's a lot of players in this league cannot do what he does and commit to all the things he have off the court and then come on the court dealing with his wife, kids, and media, commercials, this and that, 365 days a year, and then come on the court and try to perform and block all those things out. You got to commend a guy like that and give his just due.
introductions are all set. Phil Jackson will put his last second discussions in. The X's and O's. How about the Spurs? Let's take a look at their lineup. Bob Hill is in there. He's the man with the slick back hair. Got Anderson and Elliott at the forwards. Cadillac Anderson's made it different now that he's starting at forward. David Robinson in the middle. Vinny Del Negro and Avery Johnson in the backcourt. For Phil, the lineup you just heard. You see 356 career wins. Rodman, Pippen, Longley in the middle. Jordan and Harper in the backcourt. On the baseline, Luke Canellis is standing by. Lou, what do you got in the last minutes?
Hey, guys, don't think for 1 second that Phil Jackson didn't tell the world that Dennis Rodman would be guarding the Admiral David Robinson for a reason when he mentioned it yesterday. The Admiral, it's been said, lacks the heart and the want to win a big game. And just maybe giving him a couple of days to think about Rodman draped all over him for a game might mess with his head, or it could fire up the game's most valuable player. Back to you guys.
Let's win a series, Mike. You're right. He's just trying to crank him up a little bit, I think. And Phil has done that before. He's had the center guard, a power forward. He had Will Perdue do that when they were starting.
Mike Price, Ed Clark, and Keith Cooper are officials this evening. The thing we start to say is Vinny Del Negro. Check that. Cadillac Anderson, Johnny, they're talking to their announcers, and they say that Anderson has really made a difference with that ball club being able to bang inside as their starter. We shall see as David Robinson steps in against Luke. And the tip goes out of bounds. Should be Bulls ball. Oh, jump it again.
Woman in the big high-priced seats got the opening tap. She loved it.
She was ready to go in and make a basket, right? There she is.
It made it all worthwhile. Their boy getting the tickets for, right?
That's it. See on the year, Bulls a little bit better than the Spurs, and Luke tipped it back, and Dennis Rodman gets it ahead to Scotty. Pip with Sean Elliott on him. Now he wants to run the play with Rodman on the wing. Wants to go down low, Michael. MJ backs in. Had trouble with this shot the other night. Starts off pretty well with it tonight.
He goes down the middle. They double team him, and he just splits it. He looked for Robinson to come over. And it'll be interesting to see who they really put on him to start out.
Michael starts out on Avery Johnson. Sean Elliott goes inside for Robinson with Rodman on him. And the first one no good. And Dennis Rodman right there with a rebound. You knew he wanted that. Out to Scotty. MJ goes down low. Luke bounces back. Rodman tried to get it back to Luke. Lost it. Got it back. And it's kicked out of bounds. Should be a fresh 24, and it is. Dennis Rodman Wednesday against the Knicks had 7 offensive, 13 total rebounds. The Bulls with 16 and 32. Knicks only had 8 offensive rebounds. Rodman nearly beat them by himself in the offensive glass.
All right, Del Negro is on Michael. He drew 2 quick fouls down in San Antonio. There's Luke with that little J.
Baseline jumper a little too strong, and Sean Elliott pushed off. Watch Sean Elliott pick up the foul.
Yep.
He pushed off against Dennis Rodman.
He's gone to one official, didn't work out, so he's going to the other official. He's got his hands full trying to keep Dennis Rodman out. You see he and Pip inside. Now he just shoved him in the back.
So the Bulls with another opportunity here. Down low to Michael, on top Ronnie Harper. He'll take that 3. That's short.
Somebody tipped that, or did he shoot that poorly?
Wynn picked up. Del Negro now kicks it out. Sean Elliott comes. Oh, blocked by Luke. What a block. Luke inside. Finds Scotty down the floor. Pip.
Listen, everybody holler, Luke.
Can he do it on both ends? No. Oh, and he goes down hard. Luke went down hard, may have been hurt.
Went down his ankle.
Right ankle, and a foul. Ronnie Harper picked up the foul because they want to make sure Luke's okay.
Boy, didn't see what happened. He missed that shot. If somebody hit him in the leg or he came down peculiarly. There's the block shot by Luke, and he was okay coming the other way.
Del Negro kicks it out on top. Avery Johnson fakes the jumper inside in. It's got to be 3 seconds as David Robinson lays it in. So we're tied at 2. Phil Jackson was up hollering for the same thing. Michael outside, and I think he brought the touch tonight.
Michael was here before the game when you and I got here working out, and you normally don't see him out here, but when he has a tough time at a basket, he comes out early, and he just stayed out here and shot around.
He did that same 2 shots. He did the 15-foot extended, and he did the fadeaway jumper at the post. Sean Elliott makes his way to the bucket and lays it in. Elliott ties it up again at 4.
Harper's got smaller Avery down low. Let's see if he can work on him.
He backs him in, comes inside, off the glass, no, but he'll go to the free throw line for a pair, and Avery Johnson picks up the foul.
This is what the Bulls did when they were in San Antonio. They made him pay, the little guy pay, and he went out, he guarded Michael that second half, and Michael said on the plane after, why did they send him after me one-on-one? He said, you know, I can shoot over the top of him. So Harp takes him down low and draws a foul right away.
Well, you talked about Michael being out here during warm-ups today.
Yeah, there he is. He's dancing around. I told him, look at him, just about where he made that first basket from.
Harper's second one, and he makes both. Now, the Bulls came out with full court pressure the other night, but Avery Johnson makes that a little tougher. He can really handle the rock. Michael right on top of him. Down low, David Robinson gets it back. Avery Johnson runs into Luke, couldn't get it. Rodman tipped it, lost it. Cadillac Anderson inside, can't get it over Luke, and Dennis Rodman's right there.
Look at the ball. He said, you come to me when I call. That's what he was saying. There he goes down again on the little man.
Scotty on top. Now he likes the three-pointer top of the circle, but this is a good shot here. No? Anderson inside, back Luke from 15. So Scotty high for the jam.
Big time Pippen. Tippin by Pippen. Big time.
You're a poet, and you probably did know it that night. 8-4, Bulls with the lead. Avery Johnson goes through the lane, back to Vinny Del Negro, who's been kind of quiet so far. Lob inside. Avery Johnson with a long jumper. And Johnson cuts it to a 2-point Bulls lead. Down low again. Want the help inside. Luke with a jam.
Well, Luke missed the outside shot. They double up Harp, but Luke just sprinted down the lane, got his first hoop on a slam.
And the Bulls back to a 4-point lead as Vinny Del Negro looks down low, finds him. David Robinson runs over Dennis Rodman. Loose ball. Bulls pick it up.
Rodman played him well, but he threw the ball away.
Scotty inside, gets it back. Michael, fadeaway jumper again. This one wouldn't fall, and David Robinson gets it out to Avery Johnson. Del Negro, baseline jumper on the way, way too strong, and Michael right there gets it out to Scotty on a baseball pass. Something we've said before, he's gotten better at it, I think, since he played with baseball. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Inside loop with the fake and the jam again. The Bulls are making the offense look very easy right now, John, with the post-ups that they're using.
And they're using Michael on one side, and then the other side they came in and they gave it to Harper a couple times, and he got the open man.
Robinson goes right in and lays it in. Bulls got caught defensively that time. Luke on David Robinson, 12-8 now. And I think Bob Hill has called that defense off. I'm not sure.
Harp takes it one-on-one on in. Nobody doubled him. And Phil was hollering for an illegal defense, but Bulls get the hook. 7 minutes here in the first quarter.
14-8 now. Bulls with the lead as Avery Johnson has it. Elliott trying to post up. Scotty wanted that pass. 12 on the shot clock. Long jumper. Sean Elliott couldn't get it. Luke gets it out to Michael, to Ronnie Harper.
Here comes the trailer. Watch him.
It's Rodman, and they decide not to go that way. And now Luke will go in and post up. Scotty gets it across. Rodman right back to Pip in the corner with Cadillac Anderson on him. Double team. Dennis Rodman inside for Luke. Can Luke do it 3 times? No, but a foul called. And we got a timeout. 6:26 left. First period. The Bulls are all smiles as they come off the floor leading 14-8.
With Frank Hurt, the torch has been passed to Dave Martinez to help the Sox hurdle Johnny Damon and the Royals. Sunday at 1, then at 8. It's another game to glory when the Bulls visit the Bucks. Tomorrow on Sports Channel, what fans want.
Bulls lead at 14-8. You see Bob Hill. The San Antonio Spurs have had a lot of success with teams below 500 records. Above 500, they're just 1-2. The Bulls in Seattle have beaten them. The only above 500 team that apparently they've beaten is Atlanta.
Well, Tommy, they take out Cadillac Anderson. That experiment is over, and they bring in Will Perdue, who wore 32 for many, many years here. His name is up on the 3 flags that the Bulls won championships with, and that was the trade. Will Perdue for Dennis Rodman.
Luke hits the first one.
Luke is the trailer. Watch him wait. David goes up. Luke pounds it down. Drops in 2 free throws. He's got 6. Now the Bulls put that pressure on.
He's also got a rebound here in the early going as they get it into David Robinson. Now he's looking for a guard. Finally finds Avery Johnson. Rodman stays there to help. Bounces it back. Rodman. He's inside. Oh, what a beautiful move around Luke Longley. What a move by Robinson. Wow.
You can't do that when you're 7 foot.
No, I know.
Let me see that film again.
I can't. I know that. I know darn good and well I never could have.
Film it down.
Pip gets it right back. MJ, baseline fadeaway jumper, a little strong. Rodman right there with the offensive rebound.
Over David Robinson.
Now Michael says, nope, I don't want to post up anymore. He just made a little decision, I think. Scotty comes off the screen from 15. Scotty Pippen with a jumper. 18-10 now. Bulls with the lead. 5:40 remains here in the first period. Robinson wants the one-on-one move. Rodman right there defensively makes it tough, and it's an air ball. Ronnie Harper right there. He's got Michael on the right, Scotty on the left. Here's some decisions, huh?
Oh!
Pip couldn't hang out. Goes out of bounds.
That was. That's right. You got Michael on that. That's heaven.
Yeah. Just throw it up by the basket, right? Whichever one gets there first, dunk it.
And if somebody would have tunneled under either one of those players, Phil would have said, Harp, dive under it.
Michael came in, knocked it away, but picks up the foul, and MJ said that was all ball. Phil Jackson hollering that it was a walking.
Here he comes down low. Dennis is strong. He's not as big as this guy.
Yeah.
Michael reaches in and whips the ball and looked like it.
Sports Channel like to welcome our affiliate TCI of Illinois, the viewers in Peoria. Elliott looking down low wants David Robinson. Robinson trying to get inside. Bounces into the corner. Back out Vinny Del Negro. Great help defense by the Bulls. Del Negro with a shot. Dennis Rodman right there. Gets it out to MJ. He's looking at Scotty the whole way. Wanted him. Has him. Scotty pitches it back out to Rodman.
Dennis looks at the 3. Not there. But Pip lines it up. Nope.
And Luke will get the foul as Will Perdue went for the rebound and picked it off. Chuck Person will check into the ball game now.
The team's third. Chuck Person in the lineup for the Spurs.
Vinny Del Negro checks out. And I got to thank you to do in a minute before I forget. 18-10, Bulls with the lead. Avery Johnson has it on the right wing. Got a screen and roll, it looks like. David Robinson with the lob. And there's just not much you can do with that. That's a timing play. Phil Jackson hollering at Luke.
Chuck Person in there.
MJ with the reverse, gets it over. Rodman turns and looks, finds Michael in the lane, fades and hits.
I tell you, Rodman has given a lot of assists too tonight. He's got what, 2? Looked like he had more than that.
Sean Elliott wanted in the post up. Scotty right there defensively. Elliott tries to come underneath, does, kicks it out to Chuck Person. The rifleman from long range. Michael tipped it, and Avery Johnson got the long rebound. 4 minutes left, first period. Bulls lead at 20-12. And now they want a one-on-one. They wanted David Robinson down low. Scotty came over to help out. Avery Johnson kicks it out and almost threw it away. 7 on the shot clock. Avery Johnson with a long 3. Nope. Rodman
over the back.
Did.
Beautifully done. Mike with a 3. No, fair ball.
And the Bulls reset now. Back to Scotty as again Ronnie Harper wants the post up and has it down there with Avery Johnson on him. Harper had it stolen away. Good defensive play by Johnson, who bet that he was going that way, and he did. Person in the corner as David Robinson took his time coming down. Now from 16, David Robinson off, and Dennis Rodman right there. Down the floor, intercepted by David Robinson. 3 minutes remain now, first period. 20-12. Bulls again with the lead. The rebound strong for the Bulls, and Rodman's got to have a bunch of those.
Yeah, he's got as many as they have.
And Luke Longley will pick up the foul. 7 rebounds for Dennis Rodman. And we got a timeout. 2:49 remains, first period. The Bulls lead it 20-12.
Without Dennis Rodman, this San Antonio club is a bad rebounding team. They have been out-rebounded in every game this season except for Tuesday nights against the Lakers. And as I go back to Tom and Johnny, guys, is it a big deal? Last year, the Houston Rockets, the world champions, were the worst rebounding team in the NBA. So how important is it to rebound to be a world champion?
You got to get the ones they miss. And if you shoot good, you're okay. Tommy, you know, it's not as easy it used to be to pick up a Christmas tree, I understand.
What a great story. Long story short, we went up to pick up some Christmas trees up at Oney's farm, and our car had problems. The trees were falling off, and 2 guys really came over and helped, F.J. Gruber and Ronnie Siegel. Baseball players up there, and guys, thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your help. They stayed with us a long time and wouldn't take anything for it.
I didn't think you needed the extra job of selling trees during the wintertime, but...
You never know, Reds. Those guys were a big help. Michael, top of the circle, now brings it back. Looks for the opening. Again, comes around the screen. He wanted that shot. He
Dennis
took it.
A nice screen. A nice screen by Dennis Rodman. Michael's got 8, and he is finding not too much of a problem tonight is shooting at this basket.
He just doesn't like that post-up, apparently. Elliott with it in the corner, wants to make the move. Rodman comes over to help out, throws it up and in. Sean Elliott with a bucket. 22-15 now, Bulls with the lead. Rodman looking for the open man. He'll take it from there.
Yeah! And the Admiral wasn't even going to challenge him, and Dennis is very selective on his shots.
His first points to go with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal.
A little pushing and shoving down to the center. Is it on Rodman?
Dennis will pick that one up.
As he went by, the Admiral told him, he's grabbing me, he's grabbing me.
Robinson will get a couple free throws now. First one by the Admiral goes in. 24-16. Boy, this guy. You talk about rebounds number 1, block shots number 2, points 4th, field goal percentage number 11 in the league. He is very close to.
Well, that's what tells you why he was MVP a year ago, right?
Yep. Although then you go to the playoffs, and in the the Western Conference Finals, when a team just ate him up.
Well, Akeem has done it to a lot of guys. I mean, he's pretty good.
MJ fade away on that wing. That one wouldn't fall. Rebound tapped out and finally pulled up by Robinson. Gets it back. Avery Johnson with a lob for Sean Elliott.
Elliott has made 3 baskets, and they've all been spectacular. 2 drives.
That's a good point. Yeah.
A drive, a runner, and a...
Scotty brings it out with Will Perdue on him. Will leaves, and Scotty with the 3 and rattles it home.
He dribbled out of the double team, and as Will went back to get his man, it fired the 3.
7 for Scotty now, in a very high-scoring first quarter for the Bulls. Avery Johnson, one of the one-on-one jumper, didn't get it. Rebound.
Let him have it, Mike. That's it.
And it played with a little bit. Yeah, Mike was laughing. MJ on the left side. Down low, Ronnie Harper. Backs him in, out to Scotty. He made one from there a second ago. Now glides inside. And the ball out of bounds off Will's back. Bulls ball with 11 on the shot clock. 39.4 remains first period. And Steve Kerr will check in. See if Ronnie Harper checks out. Yep. Harper did a nice job in that first quarter. Post up, a couple buckets and some passes. All right, Scotty will trigger it in. Rodman lost it, dives for it, and gets it back to Michael. MJ with Sean Elliott on him.
Got the jumper.
Good call. It wouldn't fall, and a loose ball foul.
Stay right here.
Chuck Person, I think, or was it Sean Elliott? Yeah, Chuck Person. And the official told you what he did. He grabbed him by the jersey. And now Tony Kukoc will check in. Bulls almost with 24 seconds. It's 28.3. And Michael will sit. Tony has it right in the middle.
He just gave a fake and almost broke Person's ankles.
You hear the coaches saying, hold up, Tony. Chuck Person is very aggressively guarding Tony Kukoc. Throws it out on top. Shot clock at 4. At 3 and a foul called. Avery Johnson reached in, picked up the foul with 6.9 remaining in the first period. And Scotty will get a couple free throws. Bulls coach is a little perturbed with Tony Kukoc, who was...
He went 3 times a little bit early. Hold it. He had his man beat all 3 times.
Randy Brown will check in. Haven't seen Randy in a couple ball games. Let's see who's coming out.
Well, he's coming for
Bill Wennington.
Okay. So they want to put a little pressure on here all over.
Well, slow him down, right? And 6.9, basically 7 seconds left here in the first period. And the Bulls come out with some pressure. They want Will to bring it up, and Will does. Finds Chuck Person. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Person inside for Will. He missed it. As the clock expired, the layup is no good. 1 period played here at the United Center, and the Bulls lead the Spurs 28-19. United Center, Bulls lead at 28-19. And one of my favorite comedians, Sinbad, is here. And we got a real Bulls fan, Johnny.
Yep.
A real Bulls fan.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy. There's a little scary. That's a little scary.
They had 8 rebounds in that quarter, and Rodman had 11.
They're stealing Doug Stanton's thunder as J.R. Reed's in the ballgame. Down low. Vinny Del Negro against Steve Kerr. Passes it out, and Scotty picks it up. Pip with Doc Rivers right there decides to slow it down.
He's looking for Steve, but he wasn't ready.
Phil Jackson hollers, get into your offense. Steve Kerr brings it down to the corner, back to Bill Wennington. He'll take the 15-foot jumper after the fake pass and hits it.
Philly came in against the Knicks and hit 3 straight baskets to help the Bulls get back in it the other night.
Reed with it on the wing as Will Perdue posts up. Reed came in for David Robinson. Perdue looks for the opening, brings it inside, had it knocked away.
He ran with the ball.
And first quarter stats now. See what I told you? Dennis Rodman had 11, Spurs had 8. You spoiled Doug Stanton's thunder, but you didn't talk about field goal percentage. 52-36 Bulls with a lead there.
You got to get Dougie's fingers quicker.
Will Perdue in Will Perdue fashion missed the first. See if he makes the second. Second one for Wilbur. And he splits him. 30-20 now. Bulls with the lead. Michael getting a little rest. Kerr brings it down into the corner. Tony Kukoc goes through. Dickie Simpkins wants the post up. Has it. Dickie turns and looks. Out to Tony. The waiter, top of the circle. Couldn't get it. Rebound tapped out. And Chuck Person right there. Hate to see Tony miss that first one. Del Negro on the baseline. Comes around Steve Curry, wrapped him around, and Will Perdue had the rebound. Dickie Simpkins tried to take it away. Perdue threw it up, and a foul called on Dickie.
Well, I was sorry to see today an announcement of a retirement of one of the officials. They're coming back, as you know, and they'll be back shortly. I'm glad that the strike is over, but Jake O'Donnell, who came in the league around the '67 year, I think it was almost my first year with the Bulls here, and he's done such an outstanding job, and Jake will be missed. He's had a great career. Jake O'Donnell.
Yep, we wish him well. 30-21 Bulls with the lead as Perdue makes that one. 30-22 now. Dickie Simpkins with it on the wing, on top for Scotty, and Pip had to wait a second on the pass. Now finds Steve Kerr.
I'd like to see Tony go down low on these guys and work.
Will Perdue with a rebound. Will kicks it out, finds Vinny Del Negro. 30-22. Bulls with a lead again.
This is a group that Pip struggled with last year.
Oh, yeah, good point. Doc Rivers with a three. That's way off. Will Perdue with the offensive rebound. Hits it off inside to J.R. Reed, and they'll start all over again.
Let him walk, and it should have been a charge. It's going to bring him right back again. They haven't called anything near that. So
I think they'll call one right now. There's a timeout. Phil Jackson's going to holler about the walking. 9:44 left first half. Bulls lead it by 6.
Come on, man.
Welcome back to the United Center, and already tonight we've seen Will Perdue play a little power forward and a little center, and he's playing well. Back in October when the trade happened, General Manager Greg Popovich told Perdue that he would play power forward and center on this position. When the Bulls played San Antonio earlier this year, Will wasn't getting many minutes, but he told me at that time it was because they were slowly working him into the offense at the 4 spot, and tonight he's come up big. 4 rebounds already for Big Will. Back to you guys.
Done a nice job for him. You're right, Lou.
Tony trying to make the one-on-one move. Michael comes down and posts up with Doc Rivers. Instead, Tony comes inside, hangs and puts it in. The waiter delivers with a bucket, and it's 32-24 now. Bulls with the lead.
Well, Scotty ran with this unit for a little bit. Now Michael's turn to run with him.
Lost it. Michael picks it up. MJ down the floor, finds Tony. Michael with it on the wing, turns and looks with Doc Rivers on him. MJ fades and hits again.
Michael Jordan.
10 points for Michael. He's 5 of 10 from the field. J.R. Reed playing a little screen and roll with Del Negro. Inside, comes up short. Will with another offensive rebound, blocked by Tony. They get it out to Vinny Del Negro. And they'll reset the offense. Del Negro trying to make the move, goes off his foot, out of bounds, Bulls ball.
Will doing his best to keep him going in there. He's got 6 rebounds, 3 on the offense, 3 on the defense.
Tony goes down low, finds MJ. Starts to back in against Rivers. Out, and the ball is kicked. And coming up tomorrow on Sports Channel, we'll present the Indiana Classic. Winner between Delaware and Indiana University will battle either Citadel or Bowling Green tomorrow at 8, right here on Sports Channel. Wennington went out to set the screen into the corner. Tony. And he's one-on-one. Kukoc. Shannon had it knocked away. Doc Rivers got him in the arm.
The Spurs personal foul, Doc Rivers is first. The team's first.
So Doc picks up his first as Michael goes up to have a couple words with Tony. We're going to have our AOL question. Johnny, what's your opinion of Dennis Rodman? Send your response to scbulls@aol.com.
You're asking what?
Well, yeah. You can be the first to answer this question.
I wouldn't say elegant.
No, I think that'd be safe.
Personality, I think it would be a one word. Be great for him.
35-24. Bulls with the lead. Just under 8 minutes left, and the lob to David Robinson. 35-26, and that lob prompts Dennis Rodman to get up off the bench. Michael, fadeaway jumper, nope. Rebound, David Robinson gets it out to Avery Johnson. Rodman comes out, and David Robinson just all of a sudden starts going nuts. J.R. Reed couldn't get it. Dickie Simpkins gives the rebound right back to MJ. 35-26, Bulls with a lead.
It's funny, when Rodman goes out, it looks like everybody else has lead in their legs.
Steve Kerr, top 3. Nope. Rebound, J.R. Reed. Michael tapped it away out of bounds. It'll belong to San Antonio. Dennis Rodman will come in, and Dickie Simpkins lead. 35-26. Bulls with the lead. They're hollering at Tony. This play must go right to him. Sean Elliott trying to post up. Doc Rivers looking to get him the ball. And Tony doing a pretty good job of denying the basketball inside. Doc Rivers spins, fades, and hits. Knicks just let him go, John. They just said, no, we don't want you anymore. Tony wants to post up. Yeah, he can. Tony with it down low. Starts to back in. Fades, baseline jumper. Yep.
The right touch. Tony with 5.
37-28 now as Avery Johnson lost it and a foul called. Steve Kerr called for the foul, and our next television game on Sports Channel will be on Wednesday night. The Orlando Magic will come calling.
Oh, that should be good.
Well, you betcha. Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott and the guys. Horace Grant will be here. How about Horace Grant against Dennis Rodman on Sports Channel?
There could even be
a Shaq sighting.
Yes. David Robinson, 15 points, and he is carrying the mail for these guys.
Kerr has it on the wing. Top Tony gives it back to Michael, back to Tony. He'll take top of the circle. Jumper in. Tony, who coach puts it in.
Tony with 7 in this quarter. Big Luke getting ready to come back in the game here. We got 6 minutes left in this quarter. Illegal defense.
Violation warning. Under 24.
Dennis Rodman called for the illegal as Luke Longley wants to check in. Luke comes in. Bill Winnington will leave.
Replacing Bill Winnington.
Winnington leaves with a bucket. And they'll go on top to Doc Rivers. He'll bring it to the wing. Avery Johnson will go across, set the screen for David Robinson. They just want to make it easier for him to post up. And Michael with a great steal. Timed that pass perfectly. MJ. And a foul call. Doc Rivers will pick up the foul. And Lou, what do you know about the Shaq man?
Hey, guys, it was said today that they activated O'Neal off the injured list. Not only that, he won't play tonight against Charlotte. He won't play at all this weekend. His first game back, you guessed it, next Wednesday here at the UC against the Bulls.
Good. How about that? Nice job, Lou. Appreciate it.
There could be a sighting there somewhere.
Be a big ball game on Wednesday. Rodman gives it right back to Michael. With Doc Rivers on him, Michael goes by with a left hand, couldn't get it, and a foul called as MJ went to the basket.
This is going to be surprising, but David Robinson picks a foul. This is going to be surprising. This will be Michael's first trip. As he goes on in, throws that left hand up. He does that pretty well now, Tom. He drives in with the right, reaches big time with the left. Robinson first foul.
See what he did against the Spurs last time. 38 points, 15 of 27 from the field. He also had 9 rebounds. But the scoring leaders in the NBA got a Michael just almost at 30. Penny Hardaway will be here on Wednesday, and Cedric Ceballos will be here a couple weeks from now. MJ hits that one, makes it 41-30 now. Michael with 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Avery Johnson, length of the floor. Rodman with a rebound, gives it back to Michael. MJ looking at Steve Kerr. He was looking at Kerr the whole time.
Take him out of there, Luke. Take him out of there.
Tony on top, gets it over to Steve. That's what they wanted. The whole trip down, that's what they were looking for.
Absolutely.
44-30 now, and timeout San Antonio. 4:59 left first half, and the Bulls lead it by 14. Some of you may have heard the other night, Wednesday night, I called into WMAQ and I was talking to Chris Cross, and we decided to have a little weight loss bet. So we weighed in tonight. We're going to, the first one to 20 pounds lost, there's Chris right there, wins. I weighed in at 274, Chris 252, and the winner or the loser donates $100 to the winner's charity.
Chris will have to take his word for it if he gets his shoe shine.
That's gold. That's gold. David Robinson with the fadeaway jump shot.
17 for David Robinson. Remember, this guy one time scored 71 points in a game.
Good field goal percentage by periods. Bulls started out and they're doing better. in the second. Tony comes off the screen, gets it down low to Michael, now gives him a little room. On top, Tony inside with a little flick shot, wouldn't go down, and J.R. Reed with a rebound. 44-32, Bulls with the lead. Sean Elliott backs in. Elliott against Michael. Tony comes over to help. Sean Elliott with a little scoop shot.
So Steve puts them back up 14. They come right back with 4 quick points.
Michael, baseline jump shot, that short. And Dennis Rodman tapped it, but David Robinson was right there. Avery Johnson will bring it across the timeline on the dribble.
They're trying to get it under the 10 double-digit mark. Oh, nice pass by Robinson as they double down.
That's pretty basketball.
That's only the second hoop by Avery Johnson, and now it's 8. So they've scored 6 in a row since that timeout.
Michael wants to set the offense now. Gets it right back from Steve Kerr. Luke Longley goes down to post up. Luke, crowd wants him to take J.R. Reed, and he does.
They would love to have a guy to go to in the center position like they used to go to Bill Cartwright when they needed to get something early in his career or early with the Bulls. And that's what they'd like to do here.
Robinson fakes again and puts it in. David Robinson with a bucket. 46-38 now, Bulls with a lead.
Rodman says, I gave away pretty good to this guy. 6'6" and 220.
Luke backs him in.
A little offensive foul. It's got to be no travel. They were going to put him to the line.
One official had a foul.
To the line.
One official had a foul. Hang on. This isn't over yet.
They said violation.
Traveling was first. Okay.
Luke didn't know what he wanted to do with that. He might have come with the left hand and been better off.
46-38. Bulls with a lead. Just under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Again, they go down to David Robinson. Robinson with a rolling hook, and it comes in.
21. They're going to try to make him pay for letting this guy guard him alone. He's got 21 points here. Bulls by 6. So they've cut 8 points off this lead. 8-0 run.
Scotty goes inside, finds Luke. Luke, nice spin move. Had it knocked away and a foul on J.R. Reed. David Robinson's playing great. Johnny, he just signed a huge contract, and he'll be, as he said, a Spur for life.
No figures announced, but the biggest, hardest secret to keep in the NBA is how much you make.
Yeah.
I played 12 years in this league, and my roommate, Al Bianchi, never knew how much I made.
Really?
I didn't know what he made either. But now it's in the paper.
Luke Longley will take that baseline jump shot, and Luke Longley has turned it on. A couple buckets for him now.
10 points, and they bring Will Perdue back in at the power forward spot.
5 of their last 5, the Spurs.
2-man game down low. What are they going to do?
Robinson wanted
illegal. He wants illegal. They got it. Pippen got caught down low.
So they'll go to the free throw line.
Sean Elliott shoots the technical foul.
Phil Jackson trying to talk to the official. I don't know if you heard this. Phil Jackson's trying to talk to the official, and he says, hey, you, 11. 48-41. It's a 7-point Bulls lead now, and the Spurs with a chance to cut into that even more. You hear Ray Clay say 2 minutes left, first half.
Here they go, everybody on the weak side of the court. What are you going to go?
Except Avery Johnson and David Robinson. And Michael tipped it. Sean Elliott gets it back. 6 on the shot clock.
Watch him get a 3 out of it.
Nope, a foul will be called. Scotty Pippen calls for the personal.
It's first in the last 2 minutes. Is he going to shoot free throws? I guess he is.
Saying he was in the act.
Yeah.
Sean Elliott to the line, shooting 2.
Coming up Sunday at 2:30, women's college basketball. Colorado, pretty good basketball team, takes on the University of San Francisco. 12:30 Sunday right here on Sports Gym.
Bulls had a 14-point lead at that timeout. It's really.
It has dwindled.
Yes. 2 free throws by Sean Elliott. He's got 11.
48-43 now. Scotty brings it to the right side. Scotty will take a three, and Scotty gets some of that right
I
back.
was just going to say, Pip's got to get his game in gear here a little bit too in this quarter, and he ups and hits a three out of the right-hand corner.
11 points, 2 rebounds for Scotty Pippen. As again,
This is their
two-man game. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson right to the basket.
Michael's got to go behind the screen now and let Avery Johnson shoot jump shots to beat you.
51-45 now. Bulls with the lead. They wanted to go inside for Luke. Instead, over to Michael. MJ backs it in. Inside, Dennis Rodman.
Goaltending, yes, sir. Rodman with the hoop. Goaltend on the play. Okay, let's take a quick look at it. It's off over the rim, and was Will Perdue, I think, that did it.
53-45 now. Bulls with the lead. That's what's left first half. Robinson will come across off the screen from Doc Rivers, and a foul is called.
Rodman, watch yourself. Rodman in his face. He was looking to see what the call was. So his second, and they will shoot free throws. And watch what the Bulls are doing, or watch what San Antonio was doing the last couple times down. They cleared everybody on the side, put Robinson low, and Avery would drive down, either throw it into him or drive down and spin off him to get the ball back. I think you got to just let Avery shoot some jump shots out there and see if he can make 10.
David Robinson misses that. Robinson with 21. Robinson and Sean Elliott, the second highest scoring tandem in the NBA this year. You know who number one is?
Who's that, Michael and Scotty?
That's a good point.
Just think of this, though.
Yes, sir.
Michael, if you take that one game out, the first one that Scotty played, he'd be averaging 24.5 points, and those two guys would be averaging 54, almost 55 points a game.
Scotty picked up his dribble.
There.
Michael, fadeaway jumper, a little too strong, and Will Perdue gives it back to Sean Elliott. 53-46, Bulls with the lead.
All right.
Avery Johnson between the circles. Forget Chevy Gio halftime, and Sean Elliott misses the three-point attempt. Bob Love's wedding. Stephen Norm will be there as well. As Michael moves inside, put it up, couldn't get it. Robinson gets it out. Doc Rivers had to hurry. He did not get it off in time, didn't matter. It did not matter whether it went or not. All right, we played one half of basketball here at the United Center. And the Chicago Bulls lead the San Antonio Spurs 53-46. Let's go back to the studio. And once again, here's Steve Cashel.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney. The Cubs look to gain ground on the first-place Cardinals in front of over 50,000 fans at Busch Stadium on Saturday. The Cubs were carrying a 1-0 lead when the Cardinals were threatening in the bottom of the 6th inning. But Steve Traxel gets Gary Gaetti to hit into a force play with runners at the corners, so the Cubs were out of the jam, still leading 1-0. In the top of the 9th, a little insurance. Sammy Sosa breaks his bat but drives in Mark Grace. The Cubs led 2-0. The next hitter for the Cubs is Jose Hernandez. He takes this Dennis Eckersley offering into the left field corner. Sosa is able to score all the way from first. The Cubs led 3-0. Turk Wendell comes in and nails it down in the 9th as the Cubs win it by a final score of 3-0. In addition to the Cubs tonight on the report, we'll talk about the Sox as they take on the Royals. Highlights from round 3 of the British Open and day 2 at Bears training camp. All tonight at 10 on the Sports Channel Report.
All right, leading performers for the first half. David Robinson with 22. MJ had 12. Dennis Rodman with 13 rebounds. How about Will Perdue leading them with 7 rebounds in the first half?
Bulls did not get an offensive rebound in the second quarter.
How about first half stats now? Both teams shot it pretty decently. Spurs didn't make a three-pointer. Bulls had 3 of those. See the free throws. San Antonio with 3 more attempts, made a couple. Inside points, San Antonio. Well, Robinson had 22, and all of them just about were inside. Rebounds the same. Assists, Bulls with a couple more, 5 more of those. But the big number is 53-46, Bulls with the lead. Back live here at the United Center. Along with my partner, Johnny Kerr, I'm Tom Dora. Producer director is James Angio. Avery Johnson looking down low. I don't know what he's waiting for. David Robinson is right there. Back to Avery Johnson, runs into Luke.
Well, you don't want. Why challenge him outside? Now, Michael went down. He dropped down low on Robinson. Then he flashed back out. And by that time, Avery Johnson, with the speed he's got, is down the lane. And your big man has to come up here. Here he comes. I mean, make him hit that 20-foot shot, that 18-foot shot.
The referee said he hit him with the forearm in the chest. I don't know. Avery Johnson, points per game has really risen with him. Back to 92-93, he was at just about 9, then about 11, then over 13, and now over 14 points a game.
He's done a good job on putting the points on the board, but his high this year is 22 points. Can he make 10 out there?
53-48. So what you're saying is make sure he can beat you before you do anything else.
Yeah. You know Robinson can put the ball in the hole. If you play halfway on the other guy, he's going to beat you.
Scotty inside. Luke, fadeaway jump shot. Luke Longley with 12 points now. 55-48. Bulls with a lead. Robinson gives it back to Avery Johnson. Back to David Robinson. Michael comes over. Knocked it away.
Oh, he hit the
MJ picks up his second. That's the second team foul.
Here's another thing on Johnson. He's 0 for 7. Michael, another foul. Michael with the foul.
Michael says they both have a chance to go for the ball.
I mentioned Avery Johnson's 0 for 7 from 3-point range. Make him hit one. Make him hit one. Look at this. Look at this.
Foul. David Robinson just throws it down. 55-50 now. Rodman will turn and look. Out to Michael. Long jumper. MJ pops it in. Quickly, Vinny Del Negro brings it down and sets it up. Michael with 14.
Leave him out there past the 3.
Robinson turns and looks back to Avery Johnson. Robinson has it again. 3 on the shot clock. Inside, Avery Johnson runs down and tosses it in. What? Go ahead, finish your thought.
I think we're going about it the wrong way.
Scotty looks inside. He wanted Luke. Ronnie Harper came over to cut him off. Luke sets the screen, draws the double team on Michael, and a foul called. Cadillac Anderson will be called for the push. First team foul. Bulls with 3 team fouls. Just 2 minutes gone here in the third period. And he gives it right back to Scotty. Now Luke posting up with Anderson on him. Luke spins, block shot, and a goaltending called on David Robinson, and he had a size 18 or whatever right in Cadillac Anderson's chest.
And Luke makes that spin underneath, and here he comes, taps it out of there.
He put a foot right in the chest of Cadillac Anderson. 59-52 now. Bulls with the lead. They've held the lead. It's been precarious, but they've held on to this lead for a while. David Robinson with the post up. Luke comes over to help. Bulls do a good job of help and recover as Ronnie Harper taps it out of bounds with 1 second on the shot clock.
Elliott is the guy that can catch and shoot it, so watch him.
Who, Del Negro? Is that who you said?
Elliott.
Rodman gets it ahead to Scotty. Fakes the 3. And the Bulls will set up their offense now. MJ comes it over to the right side. Back on top finds Ronnie Harper. Slithers inside, threw it up. Robinson with a block, loose ball, tapped out of bounds, and it'll belong to San Antonio. Exactly 9 minutes remain in the third period, and the Bulls lead it by 7. They've led the whole way. Avery Johnson on the wing. What? Go behind. You still want him to go behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Luke with a rebound. Gets it out to Scotty. Still a 7-point Bulls lead. Down to Michael. Trying to make it 9. Finds Luke. Big guy inside. Rolls. Nope. Out to Avery Johnson. Right side, Vinny Del Negro with a quick jumper.
His first hoop of the game. He gets off a fast break, and the Bulls with a 5-point lead here.
Spurs bench up applauding. Scotty's pass intercepted by Del Negro. 3-on-2 fast break. Avery Johnson wanted it, now steps out. Elliott with Rodman on him. Dennis backs off. Sean Elliott goes to the bucket and lays it in. It is a 3-point Bulls lead. Spurs making a run here, and the Bulls want a timeout. 7:51 remains, third period. The Bulls lead it by 3.
One of the big reasons San Antonio is now back in this game is because of the play of the Admiral, David Robinson. He leads all scorers with 24. He has been putting up monster numbers over the past 4 games, averaging over 31 points, 12.5 rebounds, and almost 5 blocks a game. And as he came in tonight's game, many believe he's playing this well because of his new contract. Back to you guys.
The only thing he doesn't have tonight is a blocked shot.
Cadillac Anderson called for the hold on Luke as he's trying to roll through. But he got one on Harper. Didn't he block Ronnie's shot?
Unless he just did now.
Harper brings it to the right side. Michael trying to post up, has it with Del Negro on him. Robinson over to help, out to Scotty.
3 seconds in the lane. The Bulls struggling, and Louis Perdue, who looked like an All-American in that second quarter, comes on back in. Will had a great first half.
Bulls lead the turnover race 6-5.
Had only 3 points, but he had 7 rebounds.
And a 3-pointer ties it here. Sean Elliott trying to post up on Scottie Pippen. And the ball goes out of bounds. Bulls ball. Sean Elliott furious, and there's a
There
tee.
is a tee, yeah. Why didn't one of the other 2 officials call it? The guy had his back turned, didn't see it at all. These guys are looking for traveling. Pip leans on him, and he steps away. A little hustling down there, and then he goes right up behind him, and the referee didn't see him, but he must have felt that breath on his neck, huh?
Possibly he said a magic word or 2 also. I don't know. I have no idea what he said. The official reacted very quickly. So the Bulls get a point as Michael hits the free throw, makes it a 4-point lead. Now they get the ball back. And Scotty calls the play. Rodman comes off the screen, goes right through. Michael comes across the post up, tried to get it, and Vinny Del Negro ends up out of bounds and with 1 more foul.
4th team foul. Vinny's first.
Vinny Del Negro is first.
Hey, here it is.
That's
not something Nadia Comaneci would do.
No, they would not give him a perfect 10. Ronnie Harper comes in, posts up. His shot came up short. David Robinson with a rebound, tapped it out. Here comes Avery Johnson. Bulls lead it by 4 here. Almost midway through the third period. Sean Elliott again trying to post up. Scotty trying to help. Elliott wanted the lob, now brings it to the right side. Del Negro. Sean Elliott with it. Scotty on him. Elliott turns and looks. Shot clock at 4. At 3, he walks. Travel. To the corner. Avery Johnson baseline jumper.
There's the travel.
Rodman gets it out to MJ. Right wing, Michael was looking down low. Backs in, goes by him, throws it.
Oh, yeah.
Board count it, and he's fouled.
And Hale said no. The basket is good on Jordan. A little delay on that. Avery Johnson. When Michael sees Avery on him, he wants to take it to the hoop. He sees him here. He spins in the middle. He looks. Is somebody coming? Watch David come quickly. But Michael off the glass and in.
Jerem call it?
No, but from that distance, you can play that from there.
Can you? All right. 63-56 now. Michael with 18 points. Avery Johnson looking for David Robinson, who has it down.
There it is
right
again. I tell you what. Somebody's got to be watching on the bench, aren't they?
You would think.
This coaching staff has done such a tremendous job over the years here to get the Bulls where they are.
Ronnie Harper backs in, draws the double team, gets it right back. Robinson comes over to help. Harper with the jumper that bangs in. Harp with 6 points now. Scotty called right over to Michael. Robinson, baseline jumper, very short. Will Perdue there with a rebound. Lost it, got it back, lost it again, and Michael right there. Scotty called to Michael and said, you go double team. I've got your back. I've got your help. Michael from 15 throws it in.
He knows he can shoot over the top of Avery Johnson, and they're going to talk about it.
Timeout, San Antonio. The Bulls bull the lead back up 67-58. 67-58. Bulls with it. Oh, look at the beautiful shot at downtown.
Oh, I thought that was your front yard.
The Christmas tree those guys helped me with. No, not the case. Inside the United Center is the Bulls with the lead 67-58 over the San Antonio Spurs.
Cold night outside, but this place has been rocking in here ever since they tipped it up at about 7:30, and Bulls have built it back up here now. 9-point lead. Will Perdue is going
to take it inbounds.
Take it inbounds. Okay.
There's Wilbur. Said he wanted to be remembered again to all his old Chicago buddies tonight. So please do that. I said maybe. Robinson looking. Now looking for the lob. Good help by Scotty. What a great job, and now Pip gets called for the foul. Scotty wrapped around him, but I tell you what, Scotty going down the lane cut him off and did not allow that lob to be thrown. Fresh 24 on the shot clock. 5:14 remains, third period. Sean Elliott. Down low, David Robinson inside, blocked, and a foul called on Dennis Rodman.
Michael was right in there, but they do give it to Rodman, his third. Doc Rivers in for Del Negro. Here he comes up to the rim with the right hand, loses the shot.
David Robinson to the line, shooting 2.
So David Robinson will get a pair here. Pretty good job, huh? 67-60 now. Bulls with the lead as they'll bring it up. Michael comes around the screen. Right side, Ronnie Harper with a 19-footer. Nope. Rodman tapped it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Spurs, and he still mad at that ball. That's a great act. This first time, first quarter, when he looked at that ball, he's still talking about it. Trying to grab the ball. Robinson comes out wide. Lob pass looking for Sean Elliott in there. He put it down, and as soon as he did,
about
took it away.
8 white shirts went after it.
Harper in the middle was looking for Scotty. Now gives it back to Luke. No. Fans are hollering for Luke to shoot that ball. Shot clock at 7 as Michael has it on the right wing. Backs off, fades, fires. Rodman couldn't get it. Rebound pulled down by Doc Rivers, and Michael almost had it again. Avery Johnson looking for Sean Elliott in the corner for a 3. Nope, and Scotty right there. Well, the Spurs have had a couple chances now, and the Bulls continue to shut them off. Scotty back to Luke, and Luke playing a little point guard twice in a row. Harper double team. Steve Kerr gets set to check in. Longley turns, fades from Luke Longley. 16 for Big Luke.
Playing very well again, shooting well. Goes up by 9, 69-60. You got 3:35 here in the third quarter.
Johnson on the right side looking for Robinson, who will come across. Robinson just manhandles his way across, and Ronnie Harper a little upset about it. Blocked by Michael from behind. He can't save it, out of bounds. Phil Jackson is just screaming about David Robinson coming across and just throwing Ronnie Harper out of the way. There's the block.
Michael with the block. He just can't quite get it, but it's in good hands there.
Got to get it in bounds. Oh, timeout. That was a 5-second count in Portland. Timeout, San Antonio. 3:19 remains third period. The Bulls lead it. Oh, no, hold on. 20. They won at 20.
I think what happened, Doc Rivers called it. I don't think it was called by the man out of bounds.
So 3:19 remains third period. 69-60 Bulls with the lead. And the Spurs now have made a couple runs here in the third quarter, John. The Bulls have answered both of them.
You're right. And what Dave Collins, the old Boston great and assistant coach, is saying, give him some room to get the ball in. He said that should have been delay a game.
Well, you hear the fans hollering, and you hear the coaches saying, Judd Bushler.
They've got 3 seconds on the clock, and way over in the corner is Chuck Person. So if it gets that far.
Judd wanted to come in. The officials wouldn't let him.
Switch of defense here, or a big man now. Luke.
They don't have a big man on the floor. Sean Elliott goes right to the bucket, and as the shot clock went off, he made it.
Pretty good move for 3 seconds.
69-62 now, and
Michael offensive foul on Michael, and that is his fourth.
Michael Jordan is fourth.
Judd Bushler will come in as Luke comes out.
Judd Bushler arrived for the Bulls, replacing Luke Longley.
Luke's got 4 fouls, and I know I'd like to save him here a little bit. The Bulls are kind of small at this stage, and they are too.
Avery Johnson with it on the dribble. This really hurts your big help.
Stay back
Against David Robinson.
Stay back.
Sean Elliott will come right to the bucket. Throws it up and in as Judd Bushler goes down.
Beautiful move. I'll tell you what, this kid is better than a lot of people think, Sean Elliott.
Scotty with it at the 3-point stripe. Comes off the screen.
Looked like he had a
triple teamed, and it's tipped out of bounds. Bulls ball with 12 on the shot clock. 2:34 remains third period.
Doc Rivers plays him pretty good because he flops.
Tony Kukoc will check in. Let's see who's coming out. It'll be Michael. So they'll give Michael a pretty good rest now. He's got the 4 fouls, and usually he comes out with, 30 seconds or less remaining in the third period. Get it into Steve Kerr. 10 on the shot clock now. Bushy finds Tony on the right side. Tony backs in against Doc Rivers. Runs into David Robinson, and he traveled first. Won't count the bucket.
You can't bring Robinson in near there if Tony's going to be making his move. And 2 former Arizona players team up against each other now. Judd Bushler and Sean Elliott.
Both teams doing a good job with the ball today. Avery Johnson's got the pick and roll set. Johnson comes inside, kicks it out. Doc Rivers on top. Chuck Person for 3.
Let the guy get down the lane. You are in trouble.
That's their first three-pointer, and it is a 2-point Bulls lead now. Tony Kukoc posting up with Doc Rivers. Chuck Person comes over to help. Over to Bushy. On top Kerr, right side Scotty. 9 on the shot clock with Sean Elliott on him. Scotty will take the three.
Yeah. Little drop step for Pip. His second field goal of this half. Both of them threes. 14 for Pip.
A 5-point Bulls lead. Pip with his third three of the game. Avery Johnson, they want the same play again.
Behind it.
Kick it out. Doc Rivers into the corner. Sean Elliott for a three.
He shoots threes all day.
Tony, I checked that. That was Bushy came in to get it. Scotty pushes it down the floor. Back to Tony. Kukoc into the corner. Bushy baseline three.
Yes! Bushy not seeing much time.
He did that 2 years ago. Didn't play a lot, but when he did, he was very effective. Robinson turns and faces. 12-foot jumper. Scotty right there. Looking down the floor. See the three-pointers on the night. Bulls 5 of 9. Pass deflected, and Tony gets it. Under a minute remains, third period. Scotty stops. Wants to make the move.
Kerr, there you are. Okay, there's Tony.
Comes inside. Great pass to Rodman. The waiter delivers.
Rodman with only his 6th point, but a nice pass as he brought the big guy right to him.
Avery Johnson. And Steve Kerr called for the foul.
Steve Kerr is second.
Phil Jackson and Steve Kerr both complaining that he pushed off. Phil is really giving the official an earful.
Here's the play. Tony brings the Admiral out and gives the ball to Dennis. Dennis underneath, gently deposits it in.
Johnson hits the first and has one more. (77-68). 77-69 now. Bulls with the lead. Spurs just don't quit.
Robinson, where do you want me to go? Go left, go right. Tony, they're going to holler. Too early, Tony, too early.
Shot clock at 9, at 8, and there will be the go. There it is. Tony inside.
Yeah. 9 for Tony to runner, 8.5 seconds.
Avery Johnson accelerates up the floor, runs over Steve Kerr. Nope. And Scotty let it go in time.
Oh,
just short. We have played 3 periods here at the United Center, and the Bulls lead the Spurs by 10.
It was nice to see the Bulls put a run together like they did at the end of the third quarter with Michael on the bench. Coming into tonight's game, Phil Jackson was worried about MJ's energy level. He gave MJ the day off yesterday at practice because Jordan played 45 minutes against the Knicks on Wednesday. Bulls go into this fourth quarter now with a nice lead. Back to you guys.
Third quarter stats. Avery Johnson, Michael Jordan each had 8 field goals. Bulls with 11, Spurs with just 8.
Who was that guy nuzzling that girl up there?
I think it was Mark Grace.
I think it was.
Kerr on the right side couldn't get it. Boy, I hope he's back. I hope he's coming back.
They throw it away.
Dennis
tapped it.
Yeah.
Dennis tapped it. Look at that basket, that 3-point field goal by Jed Bushler was his first points in 7 games.
Wow.
Got to keep shooting when you got the shot.
That's right. When you're a shooter, that's what you do. Robinson backs in. Good help by Steve Kerr. Sean Elliott scoops. Got it. That's a great play. That is a truly great move and play.
He has played magnificently. He made 3 baskets that were very tough in the first quarter. It seems like every basket he makes is tough. He drives to the hoop through everybody and lays it up.
So Sean Elliott goes to the free throw line. We're going to check in with Luke and Ellis in just a second. As soon as this free throw out, we'll get Lou in a minute. Get Lou in a minute. Kerr across the timeline finds Bushler. And Chuck Person reached in and picked up the foul.
Chuck Person is second.
I promise we'll get an update for Lou in just a minute. is still on the bench. He's been out for a little bit. Steve Kerr right side for Tony. Scotty down low, posts up. Scotty threw it up, couldn't get it, but a foul called, and Sean Elliott raises his hand, says he got it.
His second foul.
Personal foul, Sean Elliott, his second.
So Scotty will go to the line for a couple.
Scotty Pippen at the line.
But a quick move. Instead of fading away on that shot where he gets it blocked, he jumped right in with his hand right up to the basket. Pitt misses the free throw. He's got 2 baskets here in the second half, both of them 3-pointers.
Second one by Pitt.
And that's it.
And it's 80-72 now. Bulls with the lead. Tough pass. Avery Johnson wanted the foul called on Steve Kerr. And Steve Kerr takes his time, brings it up the floor. Scottie Pippen calls out the play. Tony with it up high with Doc Rivers on him. Chuck Person comes over to help. They want Tony to take it one-on-one. Scotty into the corner. Judd Bush there. Another hole!
Boom! How about Bushy? Just fire and load. Load and fire.
It's kind of like rocket fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doc Rivers with Bushy on him. Shot clock at 10. Rivers fade away. That's a tough shot. Scotty right there. Pip. Oh, nice behind the back move. Gets it into the corner. Tony inside. Rodman for the layup.
Tony's giving him 2 beautiful passes underneath, and Rodman with 8 points.
Scotty raises up the fist to his teammates to say nice job. Doc Rivers gets it inside. Bushler comes over to help. Back to Rivers. On top, Sean Elliott. That's a 2. Should be a 2. They say 3. Dennis Rodman lost it. Scotty picked it up. 85-72. Bulls with the lead. Scotty goes right.
Oh, yeah! The Admiral had his back turned, and Pip saw that for a second. He fired it down in, and Person with the foul. Holy mackerel.
Man.
Watch this, Tommy. Watch this. The Admiral turned his back for 1 second.
Time out, Spurs. 9:55 remains, and the Bulls lead it 87-72.
A full house in attendance here at the United Center as usual. One of the people watching tonight's game, Cub first baseman Mark Grace. He didn't want to do anything on camera. Situation is like this. He has rejected the latest Cubs offer but wants to stay in Chicago. The St. Louis Cardinals, wouldn't you know it, offering him $5 million. That's the top bid right now.
Hey, Lou, that's more money than Ernie Banks made playing his entire career.
But I really hope he stays.
Yes. Pip missed the free throw.
Chuck Person with it on the wing. Rodman stole it, tips it, and a foul called on Sean Elliott as Dennis Rodman with a good play.
Overplayed the passing lane, got the ball up in the air. There it is. He keeps it up, he keeps it up, he keeps it up, and then finally Sean Elliott pushed him. That's our 4th foul time, excuse me.
87-72 Bulls with 9.5 remaining. Bushy got a couple threes on top. Steve Kerr inside Tony. His pass deflected and stolen. Doc Rivers right there. Ahead to Avery Johnson. Elliott with Steve Kerr right there.
He said, get out. I want to take him one-on-one.
Elliott off the glass, too strong. Tony Kukoc pulls it down. Kukoc down the floor, finds Bushy. He's got Scotty on the left side. Oh, nope. Bushy with the tap, couldn't get it. Dennis Rodman will bring it out and set it up.
Rodman with his 17th rebound. He had 20 against the Knicks the other night in his first game back. 17 here.
Scotty wanted to post up with Chuck Person on it. Out to Tony. Open 3 on the way. Nope. Scotty came over the back, picks up the foul.
Scotty's 4th foul. It's only the 2nd.
San Antonio field goal percentage, 47. Opponents 42. 3-pointers, lowest in the NBA, 28% from out there. This evening, just 45% from the field. What's the 3-point line? Oh, 11%. The Bulls at 50.
Yeah.
David Robinson goes right to the bucket. Bushler down low finds Kukoc. Tony with Doc Rivers spins off the glass, wouldn't go, and David Robinson right there with a rebound. 87-74. In the corner, Doc Rivers baseline three is good. And timeout. Phil wants to talk it over right now with 8:09 remaining. Bulls lead it 87-76. Back here at the United Center, Bulls lead it 87-76. And Johnny, your wife, my wife, part of the teammates, the Bulls Wives organization, selling ornaments again this year, a collector series. Number 30 on the front, signifying the 30 years of Chicago Bulls basketball. On the back, the players have all autographed them. They're absolutely gorgeous. Collector's item, $10 at halftime. And I know they're selling them I think all the home games until Dallas at halftime until they run out, and they will run out very quickly. $10. All of the profits go to Bulls Wives, the charity organization the team members. Michael, top of the circle. Tough jumper, couldn't get it. Tony with the offensive rebound, kicks it out. MJ on the right side now. Kukoc, one-on-one with Chuck Person. Tony continues to back, spins, fades, and Dennis Rodman right there again.
Oh, he gives it to Mike. Michael taps it in. He missed the lefty and tapped it in. Beautiful pass by Rodman.
18 rebounds for Dennis Rodman with 3 assists and 2 steals and 8 points. Avery Johnson down low. Back to Sean Elliott for a 3.
Why did they let him? They let the wrong guy shoot the threes. Oh my word. Elliott is 45%, 37 for 81 out there. And Johnson is 0 for 7.
And that's the guy you want him to guard right there.
And here's the shot. They missed the shot. The Admiral gets the ball underneath. And is that on Dennis?
Yes, sir.
Boy.
First one goes in. What do you have there? Can you tell me about that yet, or are you going to wait to tell me about that later?
Well, if Dennis gets 20 rebounds, it'll be the first back-to-back 20 rebound game since Charles Oakley did it with the Bulls in 87-88.
What if he does it again Saturday? Kukoc comes up. I'm sorry, that was me. Tony finds Michael on the wing. Michael fades away from 16. What a tough shot.
You absolutely got that right.
24 from Michael now. He's also got 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Also a block. Robinson gets it across. Doc Rivers into the corner. Will take a 3. Way off. David Robinson now looks at the bucket. Back to Chuck Person. Off balance 3 from Chuck off the wrong foot. Chuck Person still hits it.
Right.
91-81 now, Bulls with the lead. Michael comes off the screen. Now backs in. David Robinson comes over to double team. Bulls wanted a foul call. Shot clock at 9. MJ still working one-on-one. Out to Steve Kerr. Steps inside the arc. Takes a long 2 and hits. 5 points for Steve Kerr now, and it's 93-81 Bulls. Just under 6 minutes remain. Avery Johnson with it on the right wing. Chuck Person comes over to set the screen. Person wants one thing. He wants that three-pointer, right? That's exactly what he wanted. Michael right there with a rebound.
Oh, he just blocked him.
Person just
hit him with an elbow.
Oh, what a vicious play by Chuck Person.
3 officials, you don't see it. Come on.
Wow. Kerr brings it to the left wing. He just got decked by Person coming up the floor. Kerr kicks it out to Steve. Tries to answer with a 3, and he does. And now he's hollering. He's hollering at Chuck Person in a timeout call.
That's in your face, he said. Person, that's in your face.
96-81, Bulls with a lead. We'll be right back. 96-81 Bulls with the lead. And Johnny, you start with this.
Okay, here's Steve Kerr hits a three here, and as it goes through and time goes out, Kerr just says he just gives Person all he can handle verbally, but you didn't see it down here because nobody thought that would happen. All of our cameras followed the action. Chuck Person right in front of you and I just clipped him with an elbow right in the jaw and dropped him, and he says, "I'm all right, I'm fine."
Steve Kerr is still upset about it, and you can't blame him. That was a cheap shot. That was a dirty, cheap shot.
He's going to shake his hand, huh?
Yeah, right. Avery Johnson gets it out to David Robinson. On top, right side Johnson. Robinson with it down low. Across the floor looking for Sean Elliott. And Scottie Pippen will be called for a reaching foul, and that's his fifth.
Scottie Pippen, his fifth.
Both teams now with 4. Well, they do a good job here with stuff on the weak side, Tom. They bring it back. They let Elliott. They put everything, all the action on one side, and bring it back, and you got Elliott with the ball.
Chuck Person misses the layup. Here comes Rodman, and he threw it away. Throw it right to Doc Rivers. Into the corner, Chuck Person for a 3. Oh, and
there's number 20. That's number 20. That's the first time anybody did that.
What'd you say, 6 years, 7 years?
Since 1987, 88.
Scotty, right side for Steve Kerr. Back to Pip. Scotty fade away from 15. Scottie Pippen with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Robinson backs in. Scotty comes over to help. Elliott cut off by Michael. Throws it up short, and an offensive foul.
Let's take a look at the replay. We might have found one more angle of it. There it is. Keep your eye on Steve Kerr over there. Now watch Person come in here. He hits him with the elbow, with that left elbow, and just drops Steve Kerr.
It's a very slight movement. Great job by Trio, guys. Tremendous job to find that and get it. It doesn't look like much. It was a lot. As Michael hits fadeaway jumper again.
Michael, head down, quick move to the free throw line. A burst of speed, stops, and up over Doc.
Avery Johnson goes behind the screen, takes the long jumper, and Michael with a rebound. Nice call, coach. MJ down the floor, finds Tony. Backs in against Person, back to Steve Kerr, inside for Tony. Tony tries to spin on him. Spins in the lane. Nope. And Chuck Person with a rebound. Avery Johnson will bring it across the timeline. Finds Doc Rivers down low. Robinson back to Rivers. Rivers backs in, throws one out. Got it, caught it, and he's fouled. Doc Rivers with a great move.
A highlight shot by Doc. Chicago area player, nice job. He takes Steve Kerr and then he spins around, he gets whacked, puts it up off the glass. A highlight film. Basket.
Rivers missed it.
And guess who's got it?
Yeah. And Michael looks right back at him, gives him that one little wink, points a finger like, yep, you are doing your job. MJ on top's going to try and do his now with Scotty. Moves inside, he's fouled. It looked like Michael wanted to get Dennis Rodman a bucket. Coming up tomorrow, Sports Channel presents the Indiana Classic. Winner between Delaware and Indiana University will battle either the Citadel or Bowling Green tomorrow at 8 right here on Sports Channel. Bill Wennington will check in.
I think the Admiral left, didn't he, for good? Is that the cigar lighting ceremony or something? MJ with the free throw, 27.
Billy comes in, and Scottie Pippen checks out.
Listen to this. Listen to Rodman's hand before we check in with Lou. Lou on the baseline.
What's up, Lou?
Hey, guys, I can't help but think that maybe fatigue has set in with these Spurs. They had a tough game last night, a game in which they won against Atlanta, but it went down to the wire, and sure enough, it seems like they're really tired here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they haven't played all that many tough ball games, and it looks like the Bulls will be able to close out another series. They closed it out on Portland. the two-game series, and Phil Jackson will get his 357th win, and that will beat Dick Motta's record of 356, and he'll be the all-time winningest coach in Chicago. Bulls have 4 in a row here tonight.
Have yet to lose in this building this year.
I think Mike is going to sit down in a second, or is he? We'll see.
Randy Brown will check in as Michael has a discussion with the official. And MJ will go sit.
So Brad Law and Michael's done for the night. 27 points for him. 8 points and 21 rebounds for Rodman, and now Pip is going to sit down. Pip with 19 points in another monster game.
First free throw by Avery Johnson is good. And it's 102-85 now. Bulls with a lead. 2.5 remains. Kerr brings it across the timeline. Gets it on top. Randy Brown. Right side, Tony. Back to Randy Brown. Bulls run a little offense and an offensive foul call on Judd Bushler.
Offensive foul. The Bulls, Judd Bushler is hurt. Vinny Del Negro returns.
Vinny Del Negro, Carl Herrera come in. And Del Negro will bring it across the timeline. Lowhouse on the right side puts his long jumper up and up, and Will Perdue with a rebound. Inside, and Tony with the interception. Kukoc looking for the open man. 2 minutes remain. Kerr on top for Tony. Back to Judd to Tony. Kukoc had it stripped away, lost it, and Brad Lowhouse, so did he. Tony Kukoc got it back and laid it in. It was a long process, but it finally went in. Dickie Simpkins set to check in, see if Tony checks out then. Del Negro top of the circle into the corner. Brad Lowhouse wants that 3. Will Perdue had it tapped away, and Will Perdue spins Steve Kerr around. And our Montgomery Ward, things are changing more as Steve Kerr gets.
What's everybody picking on me?
That's right. First 8 games, Bulls opponents average 30. Last 8, 20 points a game for the opponent's bench. And our Chicago Bulls Budweiser player a game. The Bulls bench 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists off the Bulls bench. So, although you see a lot of the starters out there right now, there's Tony Kukoc. The bench did a great job, and they are our player of the game.
Yeah, look at the floor right now, and you see the bench out there, and those guys did a nice job. Very easy to give it to anybody in that starting lineup tonight. The bench, you need them, and they did it, and Steve Kerr adds his 10th point off the bench.
Vinny Del Negro brings it down. Carl Herrera at the free throw line inside, and Demps puts it up. Del Demps from University of the Pacific. Bushy. Dickie Simpkins with a rebound. Out to Bill Wennington.
Bushy had a couple threes, and then he took one more. It wasn't there.
Wennington. He and Perdue haven't spent some time playing against each other. Bill inside, put it up, no good. Rebound, Brad Lowhouse. 106-85. Under a minute remains now as Demps has it on the right side. Carl Herrera trying to post up. Down low, Herrera turns and looks. Starts to back inside. And around jumper is good for Carl Herrera. 106-87 now. Bulls with the lead. Well, Steve Kerr has it on the wing. On top, Randy Brown. Back to Judd Bushler. Another 3 from Bushy. That one wouldn't fall. Herrera with a rebound. His percentage is dropping after it raised a little bit. Will Perdue fouled, and Steve Kerr went over and got him pretty good. You know what? After Will got him and spun him around, Steve came back. Our producer director on Sports Channel is James Angio. Our associate producer is Doug Stanton. Executive producer Kathleen Karp, and our vice president of programming is Mike Bogat. Will laughed at it, by the way. He knew what was coming. First one a little short. Steve Kerr over talking to the fans on the sideline right now. Second one from Will. And Dickie Simpkins right there gets it out to Steve Kerr. 106-87, Bulls with the lead. Shot clock and game clock will expire just about the same time. Kerr gets it back into the corner, cuts through. Comes off the screen from Judd. Randy Brown over to Dickie Simpkins. Dickie with a long jumper, partially blocked. And that'll do it. So another sellout crowd here as Phil Jackson comes off. 357 wins for Phil Jackson, the all-time Bulls head coach winner. Passes Dick Motta. Our congratulations to Phil Jackson. There it is. He was tied tonight with Dick Motta. Passes it, the all-time winningest coach in Chicago Bulls history.